What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Air Hauler. It's not just another episode, it's episode 100. We've made it to 100 episodes. And I'm sure we won't be stopping at 100. We'll be going a long time more. And I know people wanted me to do something like special for episode 100, but I honestly didn't know what to do, and it seemed like going back and gathering stuff, I'd have to download videos and all that stuff. It just seemed like too much for me. And so for this episode, it's just going to be another regular one. It'll be the last one in the DC-6s. Since we've returned to the DC-6s, this will be the third one. And for this flight, we're going to go from Memphis up down here to Jacksonville. To one of the small, it's a municipal airport down in Jacksonville, not the big one. There's no Explorer again. I don't know why that does that. It does that kind of frequently. It's kind of annoying. Alright. So, Memphis to Jacksonville. We're taking a bunch of cigarettes. 25,000 pounds worth of cigarettes from Memphis down to Jacksonville. Apparently they need some cigarettes down there. A little low. So we'll go ahead and fly this. Why it says in flight. I just loaded it. So we're all loaded up. Got a ton of fuel. It's amazing. This thing can still go that. I didn't realize it had that much of a range, but I guess it is an intercontinental plane, so it would have to go pretty far. So we're going to go ahead and fly 1018. That sounds good. So let's move on over to the cockpit. Alright, everybody, we're here in the cockpit. We'll go ahead and get our flight plan loaded up. See, KMEM to KCRG. Make sure that got in. Yeah, everything's in there. I'm not going to use the GPS if I don't have to. We did it. We were very successful going back to Memphis, so hopefully we shouldn't have to. Alright, put the ILS's, the VOR, and the NDB in there. Alright, we'll move this autopilot over here. Make it a little bit smaller. Same with this. We don't need it that big. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put the first one in. It's going to be Holly Springs. It's at 112.40. After that, we'll be going down to Hamilton, which is 110.40. Alright, with that, we'll go ahead and start the plane up. Get our lights on. Oops, we don't. That's inside. This is not going to be good. We're going to have to, like, have it turn immediately. So we'll do the pushback. Have it go right immediately. It'll probably end up hitting, so I'll probably have to stop it. Go ahead and stop it. So I'll tell you what. I'll just go ahead and we'll move it over to the runway. All right, everybody. We're on runway 27. So let's go ahead and take off. Alright, got full power. You'll see there's no storm clouds now. All cleared up. Alright, we got positive rate gear up. This plane really wants to go to the left for some reason. Alright, let's start setting up our nav. Gotta take my hands off the control for a minute. Alright, we'll turn the autopilot on. Got the nav set. We'll go up to 20,000. Whoops. Alright, so we're on our way to Holly Springs, and when we cross that, I'll bring it back and we'll go on to Hamilton. Alright everybody, we just crossed over to the Holly Springs. We're on to Hamilton at 110.40. I don't think. So yeah, it's not in range yet. It was already on the nav too, so it's not in range. So we're gonna fly on heading 115 until it does come in range, and then we'll switch over back to nav. We'll go ahead and put, after Hamilton, it's gonna be Vulcan Birmingham, which is 114.40. All right. Got Vulcan Birmingham came up, but gotta wait on the Hamilton, so we'll get to Hamilton, be right back. Alright everybody, we just flew over Hamilton, so it's on to Vulcan Birmingham. Now, Vulcan Birmingham is, the VOR is not in range yet, so we're gonna fly on a heading of 120, so it is, and that is gonna be on 114.40. And after that, it'll be Alexander City. We use the ADF, that's 382. So, on to Vulcan Birmingham, and I'll be back when we get there. Alright everybody, we just crossed Vulcan Birmingham, so it's on to Alexander City. We'll be using the ADF for that. So we're going to go on a heading, because we're not going to be in range just yet. We're going to be flying on the heading of 136, and as soon as that comes into range, this little needle right here will move. It's the VOR2, that big needle. So we have no signal. That little needle will come up, and it'll start giving us headings to fly there. And then once we get to Alexander City, we'll be on to Los and Columbus at 111.40. And so we'll be back when we get to Alexander City. Alright everybody, we're crossing over Alexander City right now. So it's on to Los and Columbus. It's 111.40, and it's not in range just yet. So we're gonna keep on a heading 125 on on to Los and Columbus, so we'll see when we get there. Alright everybody, we just crossed Los and Columbus. It's on to Coney Cordell. It's at 400 right here. Obviously not in range yet, so we're going to fly on a heading of 110. And when we get in range, we'll start adjusting. So it's on to Coney Cordell, We'll see you when we get there. Alright everybody, we're flying over Coney Cordell, so it's on the Fitzgerald. We're going to start off on a heading of 130. We're going to tune it to 362. I'm not sure if we're going to be in range. It'll be close. There we are in range. So we'll use that. And so it's on to Fitzgerald, and I'll be back in just a minute. Alright everybody, crossing over Fitzgerald now. So it's on the Coffee County Douglas, a heading of about 126. I'll tune this in to 390. Might be in range, I'm not sure. Yeah, we are in range. This one's at heading 124. So it's on the Coffee County Douglas, and we're starting our descent. So when we get to Coffee County, I'll come back and go on to Waycross, and then that's our last waypoint. After Waycross, we'll be at there. So we'll be right back. Alright everybody, we're crossing over Coffee County Douglas. So it's on the Waycross for 116, and that's on 110.20. It's already here in range. We're getting really close to the airport now. So it's on the Waycross, and then next after that will be landing. So we'll be right back. Alright everybody, crossing Waycross now. Bring this up. So it's on to the airport, at a heading of about 139. Actually, I believe it's about 141. And 114.50. It might be in range. It might just barely be out of range. But it's on to the airport, and I'll be back when we're about to land. Alright everybody, this is our airport right over here. So we're going to fly on by it, obviously, and come back around. Our ILS signal is 111.70 right here. So we'll put this over here. Take it down to about 2,800 feet. Actually, I'll take it down to 2,500 feet. Slow it down. Actually, I'm going to keep it up at 2,800. Since we're going to be about 10 miles out, almost, so I don't want to get too low. Actually, probably shouldn't turn just yet. So I'd say we're about 8 or 9 miles past now, so now we'll start our turn. Put a little flaps out. Down to about 2,500 now. So it's runway 32, so we'll try about heading a 320. We'll go ahead and use our nav. This up. Alright, we can cut that. I don't know what the heck's up with that. Way too slow. I'm trying to use this radar, but now I'm all screwed up. And now the plane is screwed up because I cannot pitch down at all. I don't know why we can't use the ILS. This thing is just not cooperating. Is that the airport ahead? Alright, this isn't working. Man, this is just not working at all. I mean, it's even got the ILS signal. See, we're up over 4,000 feet, so I'll use the trim. I don't know why this is giving me such a tough time on pitching up and down. I've had this problem before, long time ago, when I first started flying it. Problems when I tried to land using the ILS and everything. We want to come over here toward the right. But see, I don't like the way this radar works either. So this is KNIP, so we're way over here. This is just really confusing looking at that radar. Or is this KNIP? You know what? Screw the ILS landing. Screw the ILS, we'll just land it manually. You know what? I can't get the gear down. There it comes. Now we're getting somewhere. A little low. Here we are. Oh, get back over to the right. Ah. Well, wasn't the worst landing, wasn't the best either. Off to the left, that was about the only problem, really. And there's runway 32, the one we were supposed to be landing on. The one I was trying to land on. Stop right here real quick. Not really sure of where we should park. I was thinking about coming right here, but I don't know. I think we'll go over to the southern parking area. I'm not going to obey that taxi line. Ah, we should have. Comes from the other side. Daggone it. Can't tell if we're in the parking area or not. A little too big, I think, to be parking here. Oh well. So let's stop here and put the parking brake on. We'll shut the engines off. Alright, let's move on over to air hauler. Alright, so we're in air hauler. Let's go ahead and unload this. It's gonna freeze up for a second. Here we go. So Jacksonville's got their cigarettes. Get this off the screen, and I'll show you one thing. I bought another plane. I actually bought a used plane, a 747. Got it real cheap because it was so banged up, so I went ahead and purchased it. I got it for like 50 million or something, and had to do like 14 million in repairs, so it was like maybe 60 or 70 million, and it cost 180 million brand new. So I actually have that in a. I hired a couple pilots. I don't have anything for them to fly just yet. We need more pilots. See, there's nobody all that great. But I put that other plane over in Asia. Osaka, actually. Osaka, Japan. Alright, everybody. So this will probably be the last of the DC-6 flights. I'm thinking maybe Twin Otter next. For episode 101. Sorry I didn't do anything special for episode 100. I kind of wish right now that I had, but oh well. I hope you all enjoyed this flight nonetheless, and I'll see you on the next flight.